We are here, we are here, we are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up USD CZK. We are on the 12-month time frame. Each candle will represent 12 months. Price action is a bullish green candle, spike, press up to the high, spike up to the high. So it could be losing momentum, drop down. Also, like it's in the middle of an area. So there's a lot of patterns in here with a lot of wicks. So let's break it down. Price action overall, higher highs of structure. Price action overall, lower lows of structure. Headed down to the midpoint. Headed to add the midpoint. Also adding second level highs. And also adding second level lows. So let's take a look at what's happening in the market. Current price is sitting at 22.79205. So price work its way up. It can head to that resistance line at 23.80819 before tagging the midpoint area of the numbers of 23.23468. The price action draws back. It can tag that support line at 21.96021. And before tagging that area, it can tag the midpoint right below price at 22.43813. So let's take a look at what's happening in this market and what direction the market can be going into. So we have price action, as I said before, as a bullish green candle, spike up to the high. So we can see they tagged that resistance multiple times and it lost momentum. So it could be a reversal in this full area for that market to drop down. So just paying attention to the area of the last few candles going across. It could be forming that pattern if it pushes up with a bullish green candle, because it could be press up to the tops. Same similar candles keep on following up with a huge start creating more of a body growth. If so, we'll identify the first, second, third, and mark push up for that fourth leg if it happens in that area. If not, it'll identify as multiple pushes to that resistance. So identified as a overall single top, and then we have a double top, a double retest. We're going to see if it's going to follow with the bearish red candle. Market breaks down. Also, there's a pattern in here, so we'll do it like a wedge pattern. Connect the resistance of the body down to the resistance of the next body, and we connect the support going across, and we see that the market has entered that wedge pattern once it tagged that area of the resistance, and it bounced up and down. We look for the breakout of that wedge pattern at the low. So if price is coming from a pattern at that low that can push that market up further. So it's overall market came down for that first, second, third, fourth retest. Market pushed up. So we have a double bottom of the retest, overall triple bottom. Market spiked the high, came back to retest the midpoint of that overall structure. And now we're looking to see if that market is going to push and break out. If so, it's coming from a double bottom, I should say a triple bottom and a retest. And also overall market pushes down is reading as, so we have a spike up to the high here, a spike up to this area here, and we have a spike to these midpoints area here. So if we add invisible lines, and let's say the market pushed up into this area, it'll be identified as the first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg. So we have that double top. Market made it to the midpoint, didn't break yet, so it didn't close that. It did not close that formation of that M pattern yet. Market hanging out the midpoint, so identify once again first, second, third, fourth. So we're going to see if that market create that fourth leg. As we see, price third last candle, overall retest, and we're going to see that markets come down from that double top and retest. Walking through the structure, 6-month time frame, we have bearish red candle spiking up to that high, so we still see the same thing, single top, double retest. But being on this 6-month time frame is reading as a double top and now a double retest. We're going to see that market's going to push down. Market's trying to break that midpoint of this area here. So we can see that first, second, third midpoint, break of the midpoint, retest, maybe not, bearish red candle coming down, double top and retest, or just overall double top. 3-month time frame, bearish red candle. So market just spiked into that area. So once again, had that overall resistance, spiked up first, second, third, lost momentum, identified markets dropping down, price action, bearish red candle is engulfing the second. So markets coming down to the next area. But we identified earlier, once again, if you see the resistance to support, markets hanging at the midpoint. So we're going to see if that market's going to respect that area, work its way up. If so, double bottom. If not, we're looking for the break, the retest, as we said before. So it's reading the same thing as we're walking down these time frames, which is great. Looks very clear. Headed down to the monthly time frame. So monthly time frame, price action, bearish red candle. So we know that market made it to that midpoint. We see that resistance at that high, and we see that low. So we just got to take a look at what's happening just to read the market. Market has already identified a single top to spike up to the high and just made it to the midpoint. Walking down to the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame reading as a bullish green doji. So what's happening in that market? We receiving the break of a SR line. Market came back to retest, received a push and consolidation. If it's respected, so we're looking for a pattern to identify itself. If that's respected, we'll see that first, second, third market push up for that W, headed back into that zone area. So it's below the zone currently. Daily time frame, if it pushes down further, it'll be coming from overall break, retest, another break, retest, break, retest. We're going to see the market pushes down. So these are levels in the market. Four-hour time frame. So we know that we are near a zone. So right along price action at the midpoint, resistance and support. Put a midpoint right through the middle. Put a zone around that area overall. And we can see the market just bouncing up and down in that area. So waiting for a pattern to form, or just waiting for the market to identify that it's going to be a pattern in that area if it's support. So let's say if it's a support for that W, we see that first, second, third, fourth breakout. So if it's the top side or bottom side, so talk about the top side right now. We are looking for that W formation inside that area to retest to see if that market is going to push up from that double bottom and retest if it starts breaking out that zone. If it's on the bottom side of the zone, it's pushing down. Price action, bearish red candle, 3-hour time frame. So we look for that double top in that area. So it could be identified here, retest. So it could be overall first, second, third, fourth, retest. Market comes down from that double top, breaks the zone, retest, push down further. So automatically it will be coming from a triple top and a retest. So as we walk down these time frames, we want to get very choppy. So we're going to see how far we can get down. Headed down to the 2-hour time frame, we have received an overall consolidation pattern at the low. We see that high. We do see that first, second, third, fourth retest one. Okay, overall retest. We're going to see if we're going to push to have the breakout within that overall. A pattern's trying to form in that area. We'll talk about down the 1-hour time frame. And in that area, you have that multiple spike down to a low. Market make it back to the midpoint. Will it break out the resistance? If so, market's reading as the break, the retest. So we have that first, second, third. See if we're going to push up for that incline W. Walking down to the 45-minute time frame, same as well. Get the rejection. Could be identified as a first, second, third. Market's coming down. Price action did break into that SR line. So that's the retest. We're going to see if it's going to push down further unless it creates some momentum at that support. Headed down to the 30. Side by side. So it's still reading as a break in the retest. Headed down to the 15. Same as well. Double retest, break, retest, break, retest, or a little bit of a push. Have a W in that area as we just drawn out. And so if it pushes up, you'll see that first, second, third. Market spikes up, retest, and pushes up further. Okay, guys, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis. And thank you for watching and thank you for your attention. USD CZK.